A struggling father stands at the edge of desperation, carrying the quiet weight of responsibility that comes with being the only provider for his young daughter. His clothes are worn, his hands rough from years of honest labor, but his eyes hold something unbreakable: dignity. When he comes face to face with a powerful female millionaire, the contrast is overwhelming. Luxury, authority, and a world where money answers every problem. She expects excuses, maybe manipulation, or another man looking for charity. But he offers none of that. He doesn't ask for handouts, he doesn't lower his head in shame. Instead, he speaks with calm honesty, asking for a single chance to work, not for sympathy, but to earn enough to put food on his daughter's plate. His words carry no bitterness, only resolve. This is not a man seeking mercy. This is a father fighting quietly for his child's survival. At first, she views him through the lens of power and wealth, assuming his request will end in disappointment. Yet something about his composure unsettles her. There is no desperation in his voice, only confidence in his skill. As he explains what he can do, her pity slowly begins to fade, replaced by curiosity, then doubt, and finally respect. In that moment, the dynamic shifts. The millionaire realizes she is not standing above a beggar, but across from a man who values work, honor, and fatherhood above pride. His honesty strips away the distance money creates, revealing a truth wealth cannot buy. Real strength is choosing dignity when life gives you every reason to surrender. What the female millionaire initially dismisses as a possible scam or a desperate attempt at manipulation slowly transforms into something she never anticipated. Years of wealth and influence have taught her to be cautious, to assume hidden motives behind humble words. She expects hesitation, mistakes, or excuses the moment he touches the Ferrari. In her world, luxury cars are handled only by certified experts, expensive tools, and spotless workshops. A struggling man claiming confidence sounds like trouble, but he surprises her. Instead of rushing or boasting, he listens. He studies the engine with quiet focus, asking only a few precise questions. His movements are controlled, practiced, the kind that can only come from years of real experience. There is no fear in his hands, no attempt to impress. He diagnoses the problem calmly, pointing out a hidden flaw others overlooked, something masked by complexity but obvious to someone who truly understands machines. As he works, her skepticism begins to crumble. Each step is deliberate. Each adjustment carries purpose. The Ferrari, once silent and stubborn, responds under his touch. When the engine finally roars back to life, flawless and smooth, the moment feels unreal. The silence that follows is heavier than words. The millionaire is left speechless, not because the car works, but because her assumptions have failed her. In front of her stands a man with no wealth, no status, yet possessing something rarer: mastery earned through struggle and integrity that refuses shortcuts. She realizes then that true power isn't measured by bank accounts or titles, but by skill, honesty, and the confidence to let your work speak when the world doubts you. A single act of trust becomes the turning point that reshapes everything. What begins as a moment loaded with doubt and silent judgment transforms into a powerful exchange of respect. The chance she offers is small in her eyes, almost insignificant, yet for him it carries the weight of survival. Failure would mean humiliation, confirming every assumption made about him. Success, however, holds the possibility of dignity restored. When he succeeds, the shift is immediate and undeniable. The quiet shame that once followed him dissolves, replaced by honor earned through action, not words. He stands taller, not because his situation has magically changed, but because his worth has finally been recognized. The millionaire, once distant and guarded, now sees him not as a risk but as a man of rare character. Poverty does not vanish instantly, but opportunity opens its door. What was once a closed world begins to crack. A job offer, steady work, or even partnership emerges, built on trust rather than charity. For the first time in a long while, his future is no longer defined by fear. Most importantly, a hungry child's tomorrow is secured. A daughter who once waited in uncertainty now gains stability, safety, and hope. Her father's courage, choosing honesty over shortcuts, pride over begging, becomes the foundation of her future. His unwavering love proves stronger than wealth, reminding everyone that one moment of trust, placed in the right hands, can change not just a life, but a legacy.